Mr. Swapnajit Sahu, our guest, Mr. Gopalakrishna Ronanki, who has topped civil services from our institute in the year 2016, our guest, Mr. Vijay Narayan Singh, faculty member APTI+. Welcome to our annual seminar at APTI+, Salt Lake, Kolkata. This biannual convention between teachers, students and toppers for orientation and motivation. Welcome to you. Once said, every street is paved with gold. And this wise man is none other than Kim Woo-Shum, the founder and chairman of Daewoo Corporation, who began and rose from very humble beginnings by selling newspapers as a child and running errands for his home. And this man rose the ranks and built a Fortune 500 company, the Daewoo Corporation. Another man who used to sell newspapers as a child is none other than Dr. APJ Kalam, who used to run around in the streets of the city of Rameshwaram and study as well, who said, "Nothing is impossible. Know this, dear aspirants, no blessing is needed for you. Just remember this today, right now, you are already blessed. You don't need to be blessed. You are going to war. You are going to a war with yourself. Remember, you are not scared. You are prepared. You are not weak. You are a machine, a freak. Just break free and be focused, and you will not lose sight of that, and march on." About the Institute, APTI+ Academy for Civil Services is India's premier coaching institution and was established with an aim to develop as the final destination for public service career initiation programs. APTI+ is a center of excellence for the civil services examination. It was set up in 2005 and 6 with the avowed aim of giving a new orientation to the studies and preparation for the civil services examination. In accordance with the newly designed scheme of the UPSC, the Institute has restructured the courses accordingly, keeping in mind the interest of the students. Our Institute offers comprehensive coaching, teaching and guidance for the UPSC and West Bengal Civil Services Examination, Odisha Civil Services Exam since its establishment. Our institute has produced a number of IAS, IFS, IPS, IRS, WBCS and OCS and other central services members. Through our classroom and distance learning program, a total of 12 students have qualified for the UPSC 2016, including All India Rank 3, Mr. Gopalakrishna Ronanki, whereas 19 aspirants got through the State Civil Services Examination. I would now like to welcome on stage Mr. Vijay Narayan Singh, faculty member APTI+, to share his experiences.
Thank you. First of all, a very warm welcome to all the young future IAS aspirants and respected parents and the guardians of those who are here. We welcome Mr. Gopalakrishna Ronanki here, who already got selected last year, and he is in the academy, that is Lavasna, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Administrative Academy, Mussoorie, and the honorary director, that is Shahu sir, and we all welcome to the staffs also, whose daily work and whose hard work makes this institute up to this extent. First of all, we are here just for the sake of the civil services examinations on which we are to discuss about. First, let's talk about that what is civil services examinations. That is, we are going to serve the nations through these examinations and in that is, it requires the dedication for which most of the nation's aspirants lacking of. So you people are fortunate enough even to think of preparing for the civil services examinations. And to start with these examinations, let's keep in mind that preparing for the mother of all examinations which civil services is known for, most of the people, they leave preparation in the mid, or we can say that most of the people, they don't try even to start the preparation with the very assumptions that this is the one of the toughest examinations. Not false, but yes, not true too. Because these civil services examinations, or IAS, IPS, IRS, or even the state services examinations, those seems to be one of the toughest examinations, but once understood in a better way, it becomes one of the most easiest examinations to take care of. For example, here the technicalities are not required. Here, that is the social aspects for each and every sections of the societies, along with the subjects which are socially important from day-to-day life to be taken care of. Though the syllabus seems to be vast, but it doesn't mean that it cannot be completed at all. Okay, so the practical experience in terms of dealing with this syllabus is more important in terms of technically dealing with this syllabus. Okay, so just like every game do have certain rules and regulations, do have certain boundaries and all that. So preparing for civil services examinations also does have certain rules, regulations, and the boundary in the name of the syllabus, in the name of the previous year's questions paper. So to begin the journey, if one's masters in terms of mastering the area, that up to what extent one can go in terms of preparing the civil services examinations, through the help of the syllabus and all that, through the decoding of the syllabus, it becomes too easy to prepare the examination and even to get qualified into it. And in that is the very cooperation of the guardians, parents, in terms of understanding the very requirement of the examinations, makes the aspirants more comfortable in the days of the examinations and all that. We are very, very grateful and thankful, especially to those guardians who, along with their reports, are here in terms of understanding the civil services examinations preparations also. Apart from this, it is also to be said that day by day practice at last becomes the part of life. And when it comes to the preparation for the civil services examinations, this practice of yours day to day should not be discontinued for at least 1.5 years before appearing to the examinations. This is for those who are still very young in terms of preparation for the examinations. Okay, so it's a very great chance. What I used to get that from this crowd, that not many people are here, even though who do not have attained the 21 years, the minimum eligibility, but still they are interested in terms of preparing the examinations, preparation of the examinations. Okay, so it's a very welcome step for the institutes and for them also, that at this early age they are serious about the societies, they are serious about the nations, they are serious about their locality, that if they want to serve, they will be serving through becoming the civil services. And the nation is also requiring the young aspirants like you. Okay, so from my side, be patient, be hardworking, and in last, try to be honest in terms of your preparations with hard works, not only hard works, but smart work. Because nowadays, smart work is more required in terms of doing hard work in each and every field. So how come preparing for the civil services examination will be left aloof from this? So without taking much time, I am welcoming Mr. Gopalakrishna to take care of this, to continue this seminar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for these enlightening words. I myself, being an aspirant, these words are like a real boost and really very enlightening. Now, before we ask Mr. Gopalakrishna Ronanki, our guest and topper from APTI in the year 2016 with All India Rank 3, I would like to say a few words about him. Mr. Gopalakrishna Ronanki hails from a small village, Parasamba, from the Palasa district in Andhra Pradesh. His parents are farmers. Prior to civil services, he was working as a secondary grade school teacher. This was his fourth attempt and he qualified with All India Rank 3. He has scored the highest marks in written examination, that is 936, which is a record. He has been an aspirant of APTI Bhubaneswar Center. He has appeared in this prestigious examination with the optional subject as Telugu literature and the medium of writing was Telugu too. So dear aspirants, do not think that language is a barrier. And he even gave his interview in Telugu via a translator. So understand, if you are dedicated, you can achieve it. Mr. Gopalakrishna Ronanki has just finished the foundation course at Lavasna. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Gopalakrishna Ronanki, All India Rank 3, UPSC 2016.
Respected Director Sir and other faculty members and my dear friends, good morning to all of you. It is great privilege to me to hear and share my experience today. I am once again thankful the Director Sir, APTI Institute. I am Gopalakrishna Ronanki from small village, you all know, just sir told about me. Parasamba, it is very a small interior place in Srikakulam district. It is the border of Odisha. I am studying my 1 to 5th class in my village itself, in government school, that to Telugu medium, and 6th to 10th class I am going to far away, near 4 kilometers every day. One side 4, other side 4, 8 kilometers. 6 to 10th classes. That also Jilla Parsat High School, government school only. That to Telugu medium. And after that, intermediate and government junior college and Palasa. That also Telugu medium. My group MPC Maths, Physics, Chemistry. And I'm just an average student, not intelligent, but a little I'm hardworking. And my parents both are their agricultural laborers, and we have the less than 1 acre of land. So my father tenant a small 4 or 5 acres from others and farming there. And because of my financial condition, I did not, if job is not there, I did not sustain. So as early as possible, I get into a job. So in Andhra Pradesh government, there after intermediate, there is one course is called TTC, Teacher Training Course. I appeared that test, entrance test, and I got rank, and I joined 2 years teacher training course. And after that, there is one DSA, District Selection Committee, which that exam meant for the government teacher, recruitment for government teachers in Andhra Pradesh, primary school teachers. I was selected in 2006 at the age of 19.5 years. And after that I joined that school and while working, I am preparing this examination, and I completed my graduation through distance education from Andhra University, BSc, Bachelor of Science, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, and because of my entire medium in Telugu, I wrote this exam, civil service examination in Telugu medium only, and I did my interview also in Telugu medium. And this is my fourth attempt. The first 3 attempts I failed the preliminary level itself, but I did not bother about, I did not disappointed any point of time. My parents, my brother and my sister supported to me, and by blessings of God and my parents and my friends, colleagues, I am AR3 CSE 2016. Here, it is not about the language, it is not about our financial background, it is not about what you are. If you have hard work, if you have dedication, if you have consistency in preparation, you definitely success. It takes a little bit or 2-3 years extra time, but success is definitely comes to you. Believe me, I am since 2006 onwards, I am preparing this examination. Lot of people came to me, and some sort of disappointment, like that we are Telugu medium, that too distance education, and IAS examination is very difficult. It is one of the world toughest exam. It is obviously, yes, sir also, sir exactly told that it is one of the world toughest examination. I think that German civil service is the world toughest examination, I don't know, but Indian civil service examination also one of the toughest thing. But now my opinion is that it is one of the easiest examination, because I know the path, the way, the approach. So since 2006 I am preparing this examination. From 2006 and to 2009 I completed my graduation, and I gave my first attempt in 2011, but I failed in preliminary itself because of CSAT. I didn't know English at that point of time. In 2006, while I am preparing this examination, I buy some books, and I take some guidance about senior aspirants. They all know they are all told one thing, that read Hindu newspaper. At that point of time, I think that Hindu newspaper is basically Hindi newspaper, Hindi language newspaper. Now also in my village there is no newspaper. If we have newspaper, you will travel nearly 6 kilometers far away from my village. That is the situation. And until intermediate level, my home, there is no electricity facility. We have lived in a small hut. Now all are very happy. We are all electricity facility. All these things are very now bother about it. I purchased the newspaper in 2006. At that point of time, I realized that that is English newspaper, and believe me, that single newspaper takes 15 days time for me to read entire that thing, word to word, sentence to sentence. But the same newspaper now I read 45 minutes including editorial page. That is the thing you all know, practice makes man perfect. Here this examination not about the knowledge, not about cleverness. It is about hard work, it is about dedication, it is about sincerity, it is about consistency. For the last 11 years, every day, like we eat 3 times per day food, and we regularly bathing like that. Every day I supposed to read at least 6 hours per day. That is the lifestyle for me for the last 11 years. So the desire bursts me. Always, I always think civil service examination only. And because of teacher job, that timings 9 to 4 o'clock, I went to the timings to school, and before 9 o'clock I read the newspaper, and after 4 o'clock I take 1 hour rest, and until 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. I am preparing this examination. That is the working day lifestyle. If have any holidays like Sundays, Saturdays, I use the entire time to preparation only. In Andhra Pradesh, there is summer holidays, Pongal holidays, Dasara holidays. That holidays, I went to Hyderabad and take small room. If you have YouTube, you go through it and see my videos. There is there is an interview, a small room there. That is my room. In that room, only 4 sets of clothes and 1 electrical cooker and 2 night fans, and remaining all are books. Entire room itself books, and that is my lifestyle in Hyderabad. In 2010 itself, I went there and I will supposed to join some coaching purpose like you people. And I explained my story like this, like that, my background, my study and all these things. I don't know, and the coaching institute are not any do not wrong, but the situation like that only. They simply told that you are Telugu medium background. You said that you wrote in Telugu, but it is not possible in civil service. Nobody is success in regional language. So you kindly go to your home and do your teacher job. That is the good job, like that only. But a little bit disappointed for me. But I did not stop my ambition. I purchased some standard books, some NCERT books, and read at my home itself. And in 2014, I think I had this institute, and I joined as a distant learner, and I came Bhubaneswar. It is hardly take 3 hours journey, and I enrolled in, and I take some distance learning mode material, and also in the interview itself, that APTI Institute gave me very well support, and guide me very well, and nearly 60% of the questions which is asked in mock interview in APTI Institute are directly asked in my interview itself. Thank you, Swapnijit sir, Sahu sir, for guide me such a wonderful guidance and get into AIR 3 rank. And this is my life journey. Because of 11 years, you don't afraid for 11 years preparation. It is once who sincerely prepare, it hardly takes 2 years only. Because of my background, it takes 11 years, but you people not take that much of time. If you have dedicated, it takes hardly 2 years, at least 2 years, in this journey, you all know preliminary, mains, and interview. I want to ask one question: how many of you are earlier give attempt for civil services? Please raise your hands. Nobody. All are freshers, and some parents also here. Namaskar to all parents. And it is about preliminary, mains, and personality test. That is interview. In preliminary, you all know 2 papers is there. One is general studies, and the second paper is CSAT. Now CSAT is qualifying paper. In that paper, we have get 33% marks, means 66 marks. Then our merit is calculated in GS paper 1. And after that, we have 9 papers, 4 GS papers, 2 optional papers, and 1 general essay paper, and total 750 marks. After that, we have personality test, that is 275 marks. Total 2025 marks. I scored 54.33 percentage and get AR3. Imagine how the valuation tough and how the question paper difficulty level. Imagine that is the UPSC. So here I would like to say a few things about the preparation strategy. An ideal preparation starts with, sir already told you, with syllabus and old year question papers. If you go through syllabus and by heart, and after that, especially for preliminary examination, you read and analyze, not only read but also analyze the entire question paper for preliminary, especially from 2011 to 2017. Analyze it and how they asked from geography, how the questions were asked, and how we adapt that kind of preparation. That is the you analyze it, and after that regularly you read at least 2 newspapers. If you I am basically wrote the entire mains examination Telugu medium, so I choose one Telugu newspaper and the Hindu newspaper also. And if you are wrote in English, no problem at all. If you are writing English, no problem. You will read English newspaper itself. Or if you will be writing in Hindi medium or any other Bengali, Odia medium, you read at least one regional newspaper also. And after that, you follow one regular magazine, that is Yojana, you all know. Yojana, I follow Yojana Telugu, you follow your English or whatever it may be. And in my strategy is not buy too much of books. I am civil service aspirant. I purchased this of my room full of books like this. We did not show others. We did not. Our main target is to success in civil service examination. So you purchase a basic books and read it as much as you can. For example, in polity, I buy one book Lakshmikant, and I get some books from APTI plus Academy also, and I read at least 20 to 30 times. I know the page to page and corner to corner. That is the thing. So please know what we did not read. That is if you know that thing, your 50% of your preparation is done. Please know. Why? Because in social media and in internet, all those lot of material available, lot of stuff is there. But you are simply selected the standard books, and especially the material of APTI Plus Institute, especially the ecology and the polity and economy, it is very good and crisp and precise, and it is very simple language. So if you want to study, you go through it and read it as many times as you can. That is very good material. I personally feel that. Provided that some basic books are there. For example, if you take modern Indian history, there is a spectrum book is there. Rajiv Ahir, IPS, I think IPS. He wrote a good book. Good book. Please go through it. For example, polity Lakshmikant. For example, what we call art and culture. Nitin Singhania. He is from Kolkata, IAS, I think. That is good book. And for example, if you take economy, economic survey is most important thing. If you must read the economic survey released by Union Government before budget. And one book is there, the Pratiyogita Darpan Special Academic Magazine. That book also very good book. You read that book also. And especially for geography itself, NCERT books from class 8 to class 12. And for world geography, there is one book called Gochang Liang, London publication. That is very good book. And also one map like Atlas. And some in current affairs, you read regular newspaper, that is enough, and you follow one magazine. I already told you. And also you prepare your own notes. That is the most important thing. While you read newspaper, you did not read like a retired employee. You read like a aspirant. Sir, I don't know what to read, how to read. Please go through the syllabus. If you are aware in syllabus, you are read properly. And prepare a small notes. Not wrote the entire thing. Please write the bullet points. Why? Because it is easy to revise after we preparing the notes. That is the thing. And if any book you read, you prepare your own handwriting notes. That is very helpful. And revision purpose also, that is very helpful to you. That is the mantra. And after that, I would like to say one thing about the writing practice. Why? Because in preliminary itself we have objective type questions and no bother about it. But in the mains is the heart of the civil service examination. Whether you get into service or not, or you are IAS or other service, the decided factor is mains itself. Why? Because the 750 marks are in mains only. So you are regularly you practice writing practice. First you practice any story or anything. At least write, put on paper your knowledge, your thoughts. After that, regularly it is helpful to you. I also practice for 2 years, 2-3 years. That is help to me, and that's why my score, you all know, sir also already told you, highest score in written examination. And in interview perspective, in personality test, that is basically not a knowledge test. Why? Because the UPSC already tested our knowledge in preliminary as well as mains examination. So they did not test our knowledge. That is basically mentioned for the overall personality of a candidate, whether he is a suitable candidate for the civil servant or not. That is the main aim of the personality test. They are very cordial. UPSC members and chairman, they are very friendly in atmosphere, so don't bother about it the much interview. There is some questions are asked fact oriented. If you know, yes sir, I know this answer. If you don't know, sorry sir, I don't know, like that. And some questions are asked opinion based. You must prepare that questions because that is the main. That is in those questions our personality come out. So you prepare that exam. For example, I am teacher. My hobby also put teaching. So they ask that how you teach your children. If I simply say that I don't know, sir, it is a blunder. So we explain that thing. How would say? I explained that I am a very well singer, sir. Patriotic song. I sing a patriotic songs in Telugu, and I motivated my small kids like the songs. And I use low cost material, and I take my children to the field trips like that, and they are also very happy. That is the thing. That is in interview. If you are not in fluency in English, you put your own regional language. There is UPSC provided for translator. You need not bother about that thing. This is the basically the entire pattern of the examination and my preparation strategy. And here, last year, 2,761, I think, qualified for personality test. All are put same effort. Rank is basically just number. My personal view, rank is basically number. In my view, all are same. All 2,761 candidates are same. They put same effort. They put same hard work. Some a little bit some fetching points are there. Somebody fetches that point, those points. Somebody negatives. So because of those points, those things. Somebody put highest marks and got good rank, and somebody finalist, and somebody did not get finalist. That is the thing. And the entire 2,761 candidates follow different ways. There is no way here. There is no parallel way. But we have already, sir told you, we have basic rules and regulations. We follow must. Like before preliminary, we practice the test series as much as you can, and before mains you practice the mains answer writing practice, and before interview you take 1, 2, 3 mock interviews. That is the basic things. Then newspaper reading and NCRT books, NCRT books, basic NCRT books read. That is the basic things, and after that you follow your own way. There is no way. And in civil service examination, I did not say coaching is not required. I did not say coaching is required, but some sort of guidance is required. I am guidance I am taken from this APTI Institute, especially in mains general studies papers, as well as in personality test. Once again, I thank you to APTI Academy, and I wishes you all the best for future young dynamic aspirants, civil service aspirants, and thank you one and all to give me such a great opportunity to share my feelings. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Alright, thank you so much Ronanki sir, that was really enlightening, inspiring, and especially when you told us about how you went about with your preparation, especially with the basic low cost or no cost material which we have all open access to in terms of newspapers and NCRT books. Now, dear aspirants, you may now field your queries and questions to sir, and please await your respective turns. And before I pass the mic around, I have 2 questions to you, sir. How is life after cracking IAS? I just want to ask you that. How are people treating you in a very different way? How are people addressing you, your life, your facilities, and all that glamour? Can you just share that a little bit with the students so that they feel more energized and inspired?
Thank you, sir. Good question. Asking you to me. I remembering that day, the result announcing day, May 31st night, 7:20 p.m. I am there in Hyderabad for preparing next year. 2017 year preliminary examination. I am in study hall. One of my brother and my brother-in-law searching for my result since 4 o'clock, but the website did not open, and they are set aside. They believe that today UPSC did not announce the results. And one of my friend called to me. He's also guidance from APTI Institute, and he is Pavan, I think. He got 799 rank, 2016. And he told me, Anna in Telugu means brother, elder brother. Anna, UPSC announced the final results. I got 799 rank. oh, congratulate, and what about me? He didn't tell. Please tell me fastly whether it is positive or negative. I don't feel, because I failed so many. Earlier I faced so many failures. It is not a big thing to me. I can digest whatever it is, no problem. After a few seconds, he tell me that a loud voice, a bigger voice, Anna, you got All India third rank, and he cut his phone call. That is the thing, and I am really, that is the believe me, each and every person feel the golden moments, that golden seconds. That second never ever repeat in my life, and I feel that everybody like that is the golden seconds, and I am unconsciously I am crying, and I talk to my parents. They didn't know. My father left my phone call and asked me about the thing, and he didn't know. Are you already working as a teacher now? What you succeed? Nana, I get next IAS officer. You don't know. I tell that in our Andhra Pradesh, there is a DM, district magistrate called collector, district collector. Nana, now I am became a collector. Oh, you are now collector now. How you read that much of thing, and when you read it, now for the last 10 to 5 years you read this thing now, you preparing this exam now, like that. My mother also, she very happy, and she told me that one word, I don't know, I did not remembering why you are birth, but now I am feeling that I birth one more time to you, that much of feeling I face now. That is the thing. After that, you are all know the media people, the entire media, and that so many large number of candidates throughout entire Andhra, Telangana, people came to my home, and here next 30-40 days, next 40, now also, till now also, if they are know, if I at my home, all the people are came to me. These words I did not say like my like my greatness. That is the thing. If you got IAS, that much of perception about from the society. So that is the thing. And after that, I went to training in Labsna, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Administration Academy in Mussoorie, Uttarakhand. There is one foundation course that is just a few days back I completed, and after that Bharat Darshan is the good thing entire in IAS training. In Bharat Darshan, that is 50 days program. Entire throughout India we traveled, and first we traveled to Srinagar. There is an army attachment. After that Varanasi, after that northeast. And after that Kolkata, we spent here 2 days, some Cine NGO organization here there, and after that Tata Nagar and left-wing extremism in Chhattisgarh, some 2-3 attachments were there, and after that island attachment in Andaman, and after that Visakhapatnam in naval attachment, after that Tamil Nadu, and after that Delhi. That is the program. That is very lifelong experience. Everybody feel that experience, and now I am in phase 1 training. Tomorrow I am leaving for Dehradun to phase 1 training. That is the things after getting IAS.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, so much for these encouraging words. Can someone please pass the mic around to anyone who needs to ask a question, query, anything to share or ask? Please raise your hand. Okay, over you there. Please pass the mic down to him.
First of all, Ronanki sir, I like thanking you, sir, for providing us such a wonderful speech and inspiring speech. I am really very much motivated by your life history. It was really inspiring. So my question is, sir, this is such a long journey you have been gone through, like 11 years journey. So what are the ways you adapted to keep yourself self-motivated? Because that is the most important thing. Yes, sir.
Good question. Yes, I am also a basically human being. I have also feelings, and sometimes I also demotivated. And my motivators are my parents. They both are illiterates. Already I told you. And round the clock they are all working in the field. To compare to those their hard work, I personally feel that I did not put that much of hard work. That is the thing. And in 2006, from Andhra Pradesh, one of the candidates named Revu Muchal Raju sir, he is held All India first rank at that point of time. Now he is collector Nellore district in Andhra Pradesh, and I inspired from sir also. And I prepared one notes, big notes, white paper notes, nearly 200 pages, and I put all the success stories. I pasted that in that notes. Now also I have that book. If any time I feel demotivated like situation, once I go through that notes and read once again read all the success stories, and that energy keep me next 3-4 months. Likewise, I motivated myself. That is the mantra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. This is also very inspiring.
All right, who's the next question, please? Anyone can raise your hand. Anything related to preparation? Our Rand sir is also over here to answer your things related to preparation, questions, general studies, anything you like. Any questions from the parents, sirs and madam who are present over here? Anything, any queries or any confusions to be cleared? Anything about APTI Plus? Anything at all? We will be happy to answer you. All right, lady over there.
Hello, good morning, sir. Good afternoon, I think. Sir, like for the optionals, what should we choose? Like some subject which is apparently scoring, people say scoring, or like the one which we have done graduation in?
Good question, ma'am. Basically, so many options. I think 20 above options is there. UPSC provides that facility. Myself, my point of view, 3 things are there for choosing option. First one is our interest. How ourselves love that subject, our interest basically. The second thing, the material availability or the coaching availability for that particular optional. And the third thing is the success rate, the previous success rate for that optional. That is the 3 criteria. After that, every optional is easy and one side. Other side, every optional is the same difficult. The same difficult. You based on the 3 things, you choose your optional with what you are comfortable.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, anybody else? Anybody else? All right, the mic to her. Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I want to know how to writing answer in mains. What is the strategy to get high score in mains answer writing?
Good question. See, we always keep in mind that question. What UPSC, what the examiner asks to us. What is required? For example, what is smart cities? What are the criteria are there? What are the hurdles to overcome this policy? If we write about smart city itself, entire the answer script, we didn't get any single mark. We put first we put explain that what is smart city, the meaning. After that, what is the provisions. After that, what is the hurdles. That only. Myself, I follow some questions bullet points, point wise. Some questions small paragraphs. Some questions I follow the flow charts, especially in Telugu literature. So many questions I attempt like flow charts. In flow charts, we give a lot of information with a small words. Here in UPSC, there is word limit also there. We did not exceed those word limit. So keep in mind that thing also. So sometimes I wrote some figures also. Especially I remember very well in mains essay paper. One question is asked. I attempted one question or two questions. One essay was cooperative federalism myth or reality. The other question is water disputes between states in federal India. The second question, when I wrote that essay, I put small maps like India map. For example, I wrote about the Kaveri issue between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. I wrote that map where the Kaveri flows like that. And Yamuna canal, link canal between Haryana and Punjab. Then I put that small map, small, just outline. And Krishna river dispute between Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. And I also wrote map, small map, not required 1 minute time. That is the thing, small things. I did not use any sketch pens or any other color. I simply writing. We have not much like that much of time, so keep on writing and free of flow of thoughts and cover all dimensions, not one single dimension, cover all the dimensions, and that is the thing. That strategy I follow. Thank you.
Okay, please pass.
I would also like to add one more thing, that when it comes to addressing the mains answer, so generally UPSC doesn't ask the straightforward questions. Some technicality seems to be there. Suppose a question is there, you will find some questions to be divided into 2 or 3 parts. Okay, so at least you must give 2 readings to the questions. At first reading, you go through straightforward. In second reading, you try to divide the questions part-wise, and then at that time you have to grade that suppose most of the time the second part to be addressed in the very first paragraph or first way. The first part to be addressed at this after the addressing the second part. So clearly you have to identify that out of the question that what question is all about, and then as per the grading of that you start the answering the questions. In that also, suppose a question is about legality of civil society. So automatically the candidates point out the word civil society. Civil society means self-help groups and this NGOs and all that, and people start writing about the civil society, blah 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 and blah. You need not have to do this. Simply the question is about legality of the civil society. So in very short, not more than 2 to 3 lines, after defining what is civil society, directly comes to the legality of the civil society, that what legal provisions are there in the civil societies. Okay, and after that, if possible, give some 1 or 2 examples, not more than that, and your entire answer to be equipped with the historical dimensions, that is the political dimensions, economical dimensions, scientific dimensions. It should be there. Okay, so by doing so, you will be in an easy position to address the answer what the question is asking for. The thing is that you have to answer in such a way that what the question is asking for, not that what you know. Okay, so in that direction you have to address that one. Thank you.
All right, question to...
Good afternoon, sir.
Just wait for your turn. We'll come back to you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir. My BTech complete will be 2020, June 2020, sir. I can first attempt which year I can apply civil service examination.
The minimum is 21 years. Whenever you complete 21 years.
2020 I complete 21 years, but my BTech complete is 2020 June. But I 2020 June.
June.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can write that year also, because the appearing, the final year examination, the graduation final examination candidates also appearing that year, provided that if you are completed 21 years age limit, and also you are final year student, so you appearing that year also, but you preparing prior at least 2 years before. It is not an easy exam like other examinations. So at least you preparing before 2 years. That is actually ideal way to prepare civil service. Good idea.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Please pass the mic ahead to ma'am over here. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm a mother of my son. I have come here. My son is working in Mumbai, in Tech Mahindra company, and he has done his BTech. So personally, I am a college teacher. I want to ask you, is it difficult for choosing an optional subject of science, of a student from science discipline? In that case, what will be your suggestion to choose a subject from humanities? What will be your idea or suggestion?
Namaste, Amma. In Labsna, in overall 180 IAS candidates, nearly 70% of candidates from engineering background.
Yes.
And they are all choose, most of the candidates choose art subjects like geography,
yes,
anthropology,
yes.
Literature, like that only. If a candidate interested in the engineering subjects or in science subjects, they can choose that subjects, no problem at all. I already told you, the main thing is interest of that particular subject. When we are reading that particular subject, we feel that comfortableness and we feel the happy to reading that particular subject. That is the thing.
Do you think that subject physics, that will be much?
Yes, it is also very nice scoring subject, and two of our friends in IAS-2017 batch from physics as a optional subject.
Actually, I have done post-graduation in political science, and I'm a teacher, college teacher of political science. I have done much about public administration. So I suggested my son to take the optional subject as public administration, so that I can guide him.
Okay.
Do you think that will be?
But my humble request to you, ma'am, please don't put to your ideas to your son.
Okay.
Please give to him
Give
free
him
hands,
chance.
free hand, and he can individually choose his optional and his interest.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, mic in the front. Please, could you pass it down?
Hello sir, my name is Abhishek sir, and I'm a third year BA honors student, and I will be giving my first attempt in 2019. So as you just said that notes making is one of the most important aspects of civil service preparation. So I wanted to know what is the difference between making notes for prelims examination and mains examination, and what will be the appropriate time to start making notes for 2019? Thank you.
Okay, there is not much difference between prelims and mains, but some difference is there. Particularly in preliminary examination, you just write that bullet points and fact-oriented things. Particularly in mains examination, if you read about, for example, you read about the GST, you did not make notes for when did the GST pass, which article amended, all those fact-oriented, especially for mains. You must put the points like that. What is GST? Which taxes are included in GST? And what are the advantages? And what are the mechanism to decide the particular fix the taxes? And what are the hurdles we face? And how we tackle this kind of new tax system in India? That points you must cover in your notes. That is the main thing. After that, always keep on mind the syllabus. Whenever you go through the newspaper, there is any article you see, you think 1 second about that article. If that article is relevant to our syllabus or not. If not, if you feel that article did not relevant to our syllabus, please leave it. And if you feel that article is relevant, please take some bullet points, some kind of analysis is required. Sir already told the dimensions, economically, geographically, politically, like that. The dimensions is very important and the analytical part is very important. And please also read every day, especially the editorial page. It gives a lot of information for a particular topic or a particular discussion. That is the thing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, mic to the front, and then we'll pass it on to you. Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Mohinide. I am currently pursuing my BTech. Sir, my question is regarding the reading of the Hindi newspaper. Sir, what was your strategy regarding the making of the notes while reading the paper? Because we are in the initial stages of preparation, it's taking much more time. So what's the strategy to reduce the time?
I already told you, ma'am, I take, in the first initial days, I take 15 days, 10 days, 1 week, like that. And you always keep on mind the syllabus. Repeatedly and said that one thing, that syllabus. You keep on mind always your syllabus, and first page is important, and second page you leave it, third page also you leave it, fourth page it is about the state issue, like that, and you leave it, and fifth, sixth, seventh page important, eighth page also. And in business page you did not read much about the other things, only you read about the government policies. For example, monetary policy, RBI released, I think today, like our budget or economic survey or any government policies, you read about it and make notes. Small points, you did not note entire thing. If you feel that is important point, that is analytical point, you put that point only. And in sports page not required. The last page also important, for especially for art and culture and ecology environment. Some vulnerable, critically endangered birds, like that. Sometimes they are they publish that news. That is also last page also important. Editorial is must and should read editorial page. It is very good editorials also. Eminent personalities wrote that editorials. So you go through it. It is practice. It is gradually reduce the time. If it not bother about I take nearly 3 hours time for newspaper, no bother about it, because if you go through the old year question papers, trend of the UPSC, almost 80% of the questions are asked from current affairs only. So you must aware the current affairs itself. So don't bother about it.
All right, mic to the front.
First of all, congratulations, sir. My name is Vinu Ranjan. So I have two questions. One is regarding the tenure of the current affairs newspaper, like from when we should start reading for, if I'm going to appear in 18, so I should be preparing from April or May, or from like which month to which month? So like what is the tenure of the newspaper we should? So then another question is regarding the revision strategy. Like if we make notes from the newspaper, we end up copying the entire paragraph, or we don't know like what should be the should be the ideal notes that we should make from a single newspaper, and the revision of like how did you manage to revise all the current affairs of the entire year before the exams?
Okay, for current affairs purpose, if you wrote the 2018 examination, you are at least 1 year before, exactly 1 year. That means 2017 May, at least 1 year. That is the thing. And the notes making purpose, please you go through old year question papers. You know which points we covered. That is the thing. And also you take some bullet points. You practice it. It is not developed one day itself. That's why it takes nearly 11 years. So please do not like that eagerly for receiving the success. Not eagerness. It is civil service preparation is the not preparation. It is way of style, way of lifestyle. We love to preparing for examination. If you preparing this exam, believe me, if you success in that exam. If you did not success, you definitely a different kind of mentality developed from those who compare to others. You whatever you feel after you choose as your career, you reach the utmost position. That is the greatness of preparing civil service examination. So don't be hurry up. Please gradually learn it. It is a way of, I already told, it is way of lifestyle, not preparing the exam itself.
So then there are many institutes who prepare the summary of the newspaper, so or the magazines. So that can that be supplemented with?
That also you supplemented, but the ideal way of current affairs preparing is newspaper itself. That is the ideal way. You that's for supporting thing. You take some summary from current affairs, not bothering, but you read regularly newspaper. That is the ideal thing. And also I would like to say that we have 24 hours time. We did not cover the entire thing. I already told you. We know that what we did not to read. That is the main thing. So you did not read the entire newspaper, the entire current affairs summaries, all those things, blah blah blah. That is the thing. And you read the standard newspaper and make yourself some notes. And also you take some other summary. But believe me, there is no time at all. Because we read the newspaper and we covered the optional and we covered the mains and we covered the preliminary and we covered the writing practice and we covered that preliminary practicing test papers. All those things we done in 24 hours time. So you think and you practice it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, I just want to add something to what Sir said. APTI+ website is got a comprehensive analysis of newspaper and summary of all the newspapers and current affairs, and everything is over there in terms of syllabus. Everything is there on the website. Go through it, and it's very helpful and it's updated from time to time as well. All right, and it's easy to use as compared to many other websites that are there. All right, any other questions? Okay, at the back, please pass down the mic. The mic is being passed down like the Olympic torch. Something like that. Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. When I asked my senior, they said to me, you have to start NCERT book. Then class 6 to class 12. If I start class 6 to class 12, this is a lot of book. But which book I must be read?
Okay, I understood your question. If you want to basic things for subjects, you read 6th class, 6th, 7th class. But my personal view that you skip 6th, 7th class, and 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. If you read only social, especially social like geography, political science, and economy. Those three subjects only. You did not read the entire maths and all the science. Science also you did not read. Only social studies you covered. That is enough.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, anybody else? Anybody? Any question from the parents, guardians? Anybody else? Anything? I have one question and a thing to ask, because I may be wrong, please correct me, because you came from a background and your lifestyle and everything was very streamlined and you were very focused, and you came from Palasamba, and probably there were lesser distractions or lesser avenues for anything else. But we all come from a absolute metropolitan city and from the city of joy, and our hearts are full of so much of joy all the time. So there are all kinds of distractions, or friends, or WhatsApp, or mobile, or Facebook, and this and that, and disk and all. So what kind of keeping all those distractions in mind, what do you think? Do you think one should have a almost celibate life, or very disciplined life, and should shut down all that, or we should absolutely, no matter what we do, there is this doctor's prescription for studying 12 hours a day. What do you think about that? Could you please share your opinion?
Especially in civil service, before mains examination, it required 12 to 14 hours preparation. But the initial days not required 12 to 14 hours. But every day we must study at least 6 hours. I already told you. At least 6 hours every day. That is the thing. And while I am preparing, I am also a poor knowledge, very poor knowledge in WhatsApp, Facebook, and the social media and internet. Now I opened because of pressure from like you people as friends. I opened WhatsApp, create WhatsApp account and. Facebook account and WhatsApp also. But in my preparation days, I keep on mobile in flight mode. Whenever I talk to my parents, whenever I want to talk to my parents, then I open my mobile and talk to them. And I also talk to regularly my brother and my family members. After that, I keep my mobile in flight mode. And I am preparing. We require the peace of mind. That's why I am choosing this type of strategy. But not required this type of strategy for all. Some people wanted some relaxation for just 1 hour, half an hour. If you want that thing, you can chat to your friends, all those things. But you put your sincere and dedication to your preparation only. After getting the success, you do everything what you want. But before you, please avoid the mobile phones, especially. My sincere request.
All right. Anybody else? Any questions? Students, spectators, parents? Anything else? All right. Please pass the mic down. Yeah, there you go.
So why did you choose IAS and not IFS or IPS or IRS, something like that? Why IAS only?
In IAS, Indian Administrative Service, it is a diversified service and it is near to, close to the people. If you are in IFS, it is basically other country, we serve other country and like ambassador like that. We did not access to direct the people. Indirectly we serve the nation, but directly we did not access. And you choose IPS as a first preference. It is basically only in police, that too in law and order situation, not policy making, all those things. Likewise, if you are in IRS, only in taxation. You are something serve the nation indirectly to the people, but if you want to serve the people directly, if you want to diversify of responsibility, IAS gives that perception. And today you are secretary in health. Day after tomorrow you are going to secretary to education, like that only, like that. So it is a broader perspective, IAS. So that's why I choose my first option as an IAS.
Thank you, sir. All right. Anybody else? All right. Mike at the back over there. Just a second. I think we are a little bit running out of time, so come up with your questions as fast as possible. Go ahead.
Sir, old NCERT or new NCERT, which is better?
For history purpose, you read old NCERT for ancient and medieval, and for other geography, all those things, you read new NCERT books.
Only history.
Only history.
Geography, economics, constitution.
New NCERT.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
All right. Anything? Anybody else? Any questions, queries? We are open. All right. Mike over here. My batchmate is asking a question. Please ask.
Good afternoon, sir. For Indian geography, which book should I follow? For Indian geography, which book should I follow?
I already told you NCERT class 8. NCERT and Gopalakrishna and one atlas. That is enough. I am preparing that books only. And also, if you have APTI Institute Geography book material, that also very good too. You read it.
All right. Any other questions regarding study format, materials, and any questions regarding APTI Plus? Please go ahead. Anybody? All right. We have a question over there. Please pass it down.
Sir, I am asking regarding a particular subject as medieval history. Sir, it seems that in the past few years, many questions are not there for medieval history. So, is it necessary to read the whole NCERT full book for medieval to cover it, or we can skip that?
Basically, we are all know UPSC means Union Public Service Commission, but the other abbreviation is also there, Unpredictable Public Service Commission. We did not predict the same thing repeatedly. So, we did not left any part of our syllabus. So, my best suggestion is, please cover the medieval Indian history. You are right, exactly right. From medieval history, in preliminary exam, hardly 2 or 1 question asked. But we did not predict the same thing will happen in future. So, my request is, please cover the entire syllabus for 1-2 questions also. Why? Because not single mark, point mark also very important. That is the thing.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Once more in the front. I will come to you. sign on.
Okay.
Your luck.
Hello, sir. I would like to say, I have a question about the Hindu. When should I start reading Hindu after finishing all the relevant books or simultaneously with the reading books?
You are regularly reading newspaper, na? You are asking about newspaper. You are regularly read newspaper. If you have that day, on particular day, if you have not enough time for reading the entire thing, entire subjects and as well as newspaper, my best suggestion is first you prefer newspaper. Newspaper is must and should. It is like Gita, it is like Quran, it is like Bible for until we crack the exams. So every day you read the newspaper. That is the main important thing, and provided that you plan accordingly. How much time you have and what's how many subjects you preparing. That is the thing.
Should I read it simultaneously?
Simultaneously.
Thank you, sir.
One more thing that lot many people I am hearing that they have the questions regarding reading the newspaper, especially towards the Hindu paper. When it comes to the covering the Hindu paper, it's not an easy task to cover the Hindu paper. Then also you must have allot some 90 to 100 minutes per day in terms of covering the Hindu paper, if not more than that. Okay, so in how to cover those Hindu papers in 90 to 100 papers, it means first of all, you will have to go through the Hindu paper like a civil services aspirant, not like the normal human being, because you are a competitor here. So first of all, it should followed by three, we can say the readings. The first reading should not be more than of 10 minutes with a cup of tea, with all the bold headlines to be covered. Second readings, that should be, it might be in the afternoon with along some 35 to 40 minutes. While going through the first reading, you must have a pen with yourself, and since you all are well aware of the syllabus, so while going through that, you must struck out the news which are not important to yours. Means, while going through in the second readings, you must be well aware with the selected news which you have to read upon. While going through the third, that is either before going to the bed or the timing of the evening studies, you jot down some 5 to 6 bullet points from each and every headings which you have chosen to cover in the second reading. Then when it comes to the editorial, what sir already told regarding that is it should be match up with the syllabus. Secondly, suppose if you are running with the time and you don't have the time to cover the editorial and it's such a boring one, then also you have to cover. Follow me. Covering the very first paragraph and the last paragraph of that editorial will fulfill your meaning in terms of covering the editorial, because in the very first paragraph it talks about what the issue is all about, and in the last paragraph it talks about the measures to cope up with those issues, okay, with the solution. So getting the problem, that what is the problem and what is the solution, will fulfill your need as per the civil services aspirant. Okay, so while going through the very first part, since you already had covered the entire bold headings, in that case, the news covers in your minds some towards your conscious mind, some towards your unconscious mind. Okay, because in syllabus, paper 4 is also there. Paper 4, ethics and integrity, it is related with the case studies and all that. So these case studies, that also you are going to find from this newspaper also, as per some incidents, as per some other activities, which should always be in your, that is the unconscious mind, and during writing the examinations, it will help you in terms of giving certain small examples, live examples, which can make your answers live. Okay, so try to follow the covering the Hindu paper in 3 go. One for 10 minutes with a cup of tea and a pen. And along with covering the Hindu, that is, you must have 2 things with yourself. The first thing, that is the Bear Act, and the second thing, that is the one atlas. Because suppose if an act is being given over here, at a junction of time, open your bare head, get the basics clear that what the act is talking about. If about a place is mentioned over here, open the atlas and cover that where the place is situated, what the physical structures are there. Okay, so it will be in your mind forever. Okay, so this way it becomes easy after some 15-20 days to cope up with the newspaper. How much it's hard, you will be in a position to cover it in 90 to 100 minutes daily. Okay.
All right, you had a question? Please give her the mic. You had one more question? All right.
Sir, my question is that in Hindu there is also the perspective page beside the editorial. So that is also important. We should read over that also. And there in Hindu, in the editorial part, there points, views of different peoples are also there. So we have to read that also.
If you have time, you cover all those things. If you don't enough time, you cover the main influence.
And the next question is that there in many websites and many institutes they also say to read the Kurukshetra, EPW, Frontline. These are the magazines they also suggest.
I already told you that we have 24 hours time. If you read the entire things, my personal point of view, we did not much about time to prepare other like optional and other things. If you have enough time, to read it all those.
Sir, there is also a subject that is social issues. Can you suggest for that?
Social
issues.
Social issues. Social issues. It is basically about the society. Is also covered within newspapers only. Like if you take for example triple talaq. Triple talaq recently Supreme Court gave given a judgment. So you go through it and you put that news article to take some points you wrote in your notes. That is that in that way you prepare the social issue.
Thank you.
All right, please pass the mic to the front. We have got 2 questions over here. Yeah, the gentleman in the blue shirt. Okay.
Sir, actually I want to know ideally how many tests we give before
How many tests?
Please speak into the mic so that others can hear.
Ideally, how many questions can one should give before prelims examination?
Practice. Practice test.
Yes.
I personally believe that as much as you can. Not bother about your marks, your score. You keep on practicing. Before 2 months of the examination, you practice it. It gives lot of energy, lot of confidence, and the how to eliminate the options also. That is also a good technique, especially in preliminary.
How many mock tests have you given?
I given nearly 20 to 30 mock tests. 20 to 30.
Before prelims?
Before.
Before mains?
Before mains, I wrote nearly 23, 22 I think, but nobody evaluated my coaching papers. I myself sit in a room and wrote put a time and wrote myself. Because I wrote in Telugu, nobody knows Telugu. That's why, and some faculties are simply rejected. That is the thing. Mine is a special case.
All right, last question, and we'll take one more question and we'll draw this to a close. All right, and please go ahead.
So my name is Shaurya Hindu, and first of all, congratulations for your success. I have, apart from following the Hindu, I sometimes follow the Indian Express. So the question I'm raising because we have certain topics like National Health Mission. You explained about the triple talaq. My basic question is, being an UPSC aspirant, we are asked to have a balanced view of approach in writing answers. Now, too much balanced view of approach sometimes dilutes the issue. Being an IAS officer yourself, you know that you take hard steps sometimes. Because I'm serious about my preparation. So, like going through Indian Express, they are on the other part of the highway, and Hindu is the other part of the highway. Talking about National Health Mission. So, sometimes it dilutes the mentality while you take notes. How to combat that thing, how to overcome that pressure, because they both sort of...
I know your view. I understood your question. As a civil servant aspirant, we always follow the neutral way. First, any issue you take, what is the issue? Crisply, not broadly. What is the issue? What is the favor arguments? What is the other side arguments? What is the ideal path? Or what is the way forward? That is the thing. This is the way, a simple way you follow. Any issue, you take any issue, you simply follow this way only. Both sides are you touch, and you take conclusion part. You take your own view. Like this, we go ahead, like this only. That is the.
All right. Okay, this is the one last question. No more questions from the audience.
So my question to you is that many of the seniors, they have told that we should avoid the political news and all. But whenever I go through the political news, there are some points which give us idea about the federalism and democracy. So how do we go about preparing those?
Political news in the sense, political parties criticize each of their parties. We did not read those criticisms. But in the criticism in the sense, any criticism in the sense of policy making, you take that thing. That is good thing. The other side of the coin, we know the first side of the coin, and we must know the other side also. So any criticism about the policy making, you take that criticism also to make one small point. That is also required.
We are looking to draw this to a close, and thank you, Ronanki sir, for giving us so much of your time from your busy schedule and enlightening us and guiding us, and even coming point to point with each of our queries regarding syllabus, studies and all. It was very nice of you. And I would like to thank all of you, parents, students, teachers, staff, faculty, everybody who is present here, including our cameramen, who have been with us since 9 o'clock in the morning. There has been an exclusive video session with Mr. Ronanki that will be available sometime soon on the website, probably YouTube. And thank you so much, Sir Ronanki sir. And to everybody, we look forward to traveling with you on the roads to success in the near future. And I have an announcement to make for all the aspirants over here who are probably interested to enroll for our institute course. We have a branch in near Mudiali in Kalighat, and we have our Salt Lake 2 branches as well. With the new notification that has come out of UPSC this year, our fee structure will be changed and it will be hiked up. Howsoever, the people who have come for this seminar, enrolled for this seminar, you will be allowed to give the fees as per the old structure, provided you enroll in this month itself. So we look forward to sharing the classroom with you very soon. Alright, and have a good evening and a good day ahead. Alright, see you soon in APTI Plus. Thank you.